am Fedora Amos. I write Victorian whodunits with a touch of humor. I am traditionally published by Five Star Cengage with 3 books in the Jimmy McBustle series. Jack the Ripper in St. Louis, Mayhem at Buffalo Bill's Wild West, and Have Your Ticket Punched by Frank James. That's Jesse James' smarter brother. And coming in 2021, my first audiobook, See President McKinley or Die Trying. You'll find a link to buy my books on my homepage, fedoraamos.com. So buy them. End of pitch. Now, let me take you to a time and place I adore, Gilded Age, St. Louis. The end of the 1800s is a time I love because it's so much like the end of the 1900s. During the 1900s, we got computers, which changed absolutely everything. Well, in the 1800s, the last 25 years saw us get the automobile, electric lights, motion pictures, and the telephone. Every one of those was a game changer. Turned 3,000 years of history right on its ear. And St. Louis was at the top of its game. 4th largest city in the country, and with delights that drew tourists from all over. The Eads Bridge. For a nickel, you could promenade across the Eads Bridge, a bridge that was built to last 1,000 years. Want more adventure? The insane asylum. That's the ticket. It didn't take much to get somebody sent to the loony bin. One man went for the reason of, officially now, stupidity. Friday nights, our asylum held dances. You could dance with a lunatic. But then the place became so overcrowded that they had to put some in restraints. There were lots of moans and groans and shrieks. That became so popular that 5,000 to 6,000 people a year visited. Well, I'm sure you're wondering why things that we now consider shameful and disgusting were so popular then. Why did the city fathers like them? They wanted to show people that their taxes were well spent. You could also go to police headquarters, see the rogues gallery of pictures, see instruments of torture that were really used in crimes. And what about the policemen themselves? The idea was very different than now. The entire mindset was different from now. Policemen saw themselves as keepers of the peace, not solvers of crimes. So they beat up people, yes, and put drunks and punks into the jail because the mindset was indeed very different. As for finding out murderers and solving crimes, that was for a different era too. The newspapers are filled with stories of young girls who killed themselves by drinking carbolic acid. Carbolic acid burns all the way down, destroys you from the inside out, leaves you with an ugly, disfigured corpse. I can't see young girls wanting to do that. You know, if I were to do that, to try to kill myself in those years, I would have taken a big dose of laudanum. Perfectly legal. I might have even been able to get my hands on some heroin, a brand new drug from the Bayer Company in 1898. And you know what it was supposed to do? Solve addiction. Because if you smoke opium or drink it, well, that would be addictive. But it couldn't be addictive if it were by injection, now could it? Well, forget all those fancy notions about forensic pathology. Didn't get a big start until the end of the 1930s and a big boost during World War II. Well, I hope you enjoyed your little trip back to 1898. If you want to spend a little more time there, read my books and visit me at fedoraamos.com.